I'm indeed very indebted to the team that has invited me. Mr. Francis has spoken to me earlier and Shiva has been calling me. And I've also interacted with the President, Mr. Subramaniam Garu, and even Mr. Praveen. I met him earlier too. And this is Susan Francis. Well, coming to my own role in the society and the community, I've been brought up in a Christian family with the prayer as our, first thing in the morning and last thing at night before going to bed. Family prayer is an integral part of our daily life. I've always been interested in taking some leadership role or the other, even while as a student and even at the college level. I studied in arts college while I was doing my post-graduation, and I was the secretary of the college union. Also at schooling, I was the president of the club there, the school which is a cabinet, and so on. But then why is it that there is this kind of passion in many of us? Because we all want to do something in our lives. I think those who always earnestly look forward to do something different for people around, we stand out to be leaders in whatever capacity it may be. But it doesn't mean that those who are not doing anything are not really leaders. They could be silently doing something. Most importantly, they could be cooperating with us. They could also be partners with us in spiritually being together with us. I think as Lions Club, you have a very significant role, because from the report that I have just heard, I've seen that you are involved in a lot of welfare programs. I do understand that there is much more to do. But as Mother Teresa, who was recently given the sainthood, has very correctly said, when somebody asked her, what is it that you are doing very great? Because there are many who are contributing towards the poor, many who are doing service in some form or the other, and she was just beginning to do something. Then she said, well, every drop that goes into the ocean forms the ocean. Likewise, everything that we do matters a lot more, because it all comes into doing some good to somebody, somewhere, and it is going to impact many lives. Because as we see today, there is so much need in every segment of the society. It's not just the children, not just the women, not just the adults, not just the disabled, not just the orphans, not just the slum dwellers, not just the elders who do not have children to take care of them. But we can see that in every segment of society, there is much more that we can do. So I think as Lions Club, you have a very important role to play in the society. You have a charter to attend to, you have so many programs laid out for the year, and today you are even inducting another new team into the Arkepuram Club. So it is indeed a very significant role that you play. I am deeply honored to be a part of this program by being here today. And not only that, I would also encourage you to do a lot more for our society. I think as you are doing, you should also be impacting them in education sector, because what we need is educating one another. By education, I don't mean literacy, I don't mean reading and writing, but letting people know what our roles are, what our responsibilities are. As we have seen the recent rains, and we know because of the flooding of streets, the nalas overflowing, there is so much of harm done. And at the same time, we know that it's because of encroachments that the nalas weren't able to play their role. But all this comes to one conclusion, that we are not educating the society around us. If each of us is determined to keep educating and impacting people around us by being good examples and practically living as good citizens, we are doing a bigger role. So that is one thing. And the second is, when we take up any task, whatever you are doing, I've seen that you have even let the newspaper know, because you put in some clippings of the newspaper in your report. Other than letting people know, I think Lions Club should do a lot more by, even online, letting people know. Because online, many youngsters will be attracted. If your website is very active, I would be happy. But other than that, if you have some way of tracking your programs, and allowing people to share the knowledge which you are processing through. Suppose you are doing a program, if this information is passed online, many would be connected and many would want to come and be a part of the voluntary group that you already have. Because as we see today, even in this gathering, not many youth are participating. we should have more youth also enrolled in, so that they can be just volunteers, because they want to be volunteers. Today's youth want to be volunteers in any capacity, because their energies are double since they are depending on technology. Technology enables us to save a lot of our physical energy. So when we have time and energy because of technology, I think youngsters can be encouraged. I can see Mr. Praveen, who is a youngster, and there are many more sitting here, but then more youngsters can come in, because when they come in, it adds a lot of enjoyment in sharing, because their views will be different from generation wise. Earlier generation was every 10 years there was a generation, but today we see that every 2 years there is a new generation. And as the iPhone 6 is there, iPhone 7, iPhone 5 was recent, as you can see the development, sometimes every year there is a generation growth. So I think we could involve some more. On my own part, what I do basically is I am representing the Christian minority community in the GHMC. I not only attend the council meetings, but on a regular basis, I go to the commissioner, I meet him with our issues and problems. I explain to him how we can, I even submit papers to him saying that these are the ways in which you can help us out. So he takes it forward, and then when the next meeting he tells me how he is able to help me. Other than that, I can also be an in-between person to approach the government, the higher level authorities, for any of our Christian minority issues. I understand that the government is not being able to be that supportive as we were hoping it can be, because of certain other issues coming in between, be it flooding, be it any other small problems coming, bigger problems, smaller problems. But then at the same time, the government is cooperative, they are positive towards the Christian minorities, towards the Muslim minorities, any minority community. So when they are positive, it gives us a chance to approach them, to speak to them, and to see that what we want can be done. I am a person who is open and positive. I basically believe that there is nothing impossible for us when God is with us. And secondly, when we have energy and positive energy going with it, it will always be good for us. And God is the final deciding factor who will see that all our positive energy goes to the good of people at large. So I once again want to congratulate you on today's occasion of inducting the new team. I want to congratulate the senior team level, the managing team, and all those who are the organizers of today's program. And I also want to thank you once again for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.